Yeah. Good afternoon from the Siffoe football field, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. You most welcome, and yes, welcome to the Siffoe football field. This is where we are currently witnessing the third edition, yes, the third edition Super Cup final in the Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored Siffoe League tournament. And it is the curtain raiser, if you may like call it, the Super Cup. And the Super Cup between last year's winners and the runners-up, Depot Football Club against Casia in the last championship. Yes, the last championship, proudly and officially bankrolled by Hon.Dawda Jallow, who is of course a native of this very own community, Siffoe. Yes, Mr. Hon.Dawda Jallow is once again back with another huge package. Another huge package, which is of course the third edition of the tournament. The curtain raiser between Depot Football Club under the guidance of Musa Jaju, who has replaced the coach who has already taking the back seat. We will definitely get you details as far as that is concerned. But Musa Jaju is serving as the head coach for Depot alongside Ibrahim Asanyang, Fabakari Keita and Osman Baji on the technical dugout for Casia. And in the last championship, Depot got the better of Casia, and now they are meeting once again. And meeting once again, who is going to win it now remains to be seen. But you are reminded that this is coming to you live from the Siffoe football field in the third edition Super Cup. The tournament proudly and officially, yes, officially bankrolled by Hon.Dawda Jallow, who is already with us at the Siffoe football field, and we are definitely loving the atmosphere, already loving the atmosphere from the Siffoe football field. Already Casia and Depop are hugely backed by their huge and massive support base, and who is going to clink this giant trophy and all what is expected to be given. And of course, special thanks to the Siffoe Sports Committee under the dynamic and able leadership of Mr. Asan Demba. But first, we will just get you the proceedings as far as the game is concerned. Depop, just as I said, under Musa Jaju and Ibrahim Asanyang, started this game with Aliou Cisse in goal, Bubakar Jaju, Khalifa Jaju, and Sakoli Abdurrahman Jame, Usman Sane, Tairu Sane, Modlamin Sane, Abdul Dabo, Aliou Jaju and Omar Baji completely 11. Whilst the runners-up last season, Casia, started with Ansumana Jaju in goal, Aliou Koli, Buba Sambu, Dawda Sambu, Baba Koli, Ismaila Baji, Mbemba Mane, Ibrahima Suare, Sangmari Sane, Landing Sabali and Yankuba Koli completes the 11. And now Casia playing from our left to right, from our commentary cabin, while Depop kicking from our left to right. In case you're just monitoring, you are reminded that this game is coming to you live from the Siffoe football field. Not only coming to you live from the Siffoe football field, and the game is also live on LSTV at the Cabin Parliament Party. Hon.Dawda behind camera operations. And few minutes into the contest, the score is already 0-0. Central referee Esa Job having the assistance of Aliou Seka, Fabakari Marina and Musa Jata. We will get you the rundown of the groupings of Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored the Siffoe League tournament and the third edition of the competition. In the group stage, we already have in Group A, Depot Football Club, Chelsea FC Canada, Blanes Football Club in Group B. We have Casia, Real de Bissau, Jack Kingdom, Orlando Football Club. Group C, Sanchaba United, Old Schools Football Club, California FC and Titans FC. In the final group, yes, in Group D, Sateba United, Black Stars Football Club, Power Dynamos Football Club, and Holy Trinity, who is going to win this contest. And of course, the third edition of Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored Siffoe League tournament now remains to be seen. Central referee Esa Job has already given us the flag of the assistant referee on the far side has already gone up for an offside. Yes, an offside against Depot Football Club, and now Casia will rely on the shot stopper Ansumana Jaju to deliver this. Ansumana has been a reliable shot stopper for last year's runners-up Grand Casia, and of course, just as I said, at the commentary cabin is Parliament Fatty. I am also joined by a colleague and brother, of course, Mohamed Dukure. Probably he will solely aid us as far as the analysis of this lively and entertaining Super Cup is concerned. Now Tairusane for Depot Football Club. Now a swift attack coming from the boys dressed in blue and white shirts, blue shorts, and of course blue socks. And already that attack has been caught short by the runners-up Grand Casia. And Grand Casia will be hoping to get a revenge against a side that they lost to in the final of the second edition of Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored C4 League tournament. And of course the tournament is proudly and officially sponsored by not a stranger, yes, it is sponsored by a native and a bona fide son of this community in C4. We are currently having the high power delegation, which includes the main sponsor Hon.Dawda Jallow, and he has also arrived at the C4 football field. Some other dignitaries, including Professor Per Gomez, as part of the delegation that has already accompanied the main sponsor of this tournament. And special thanks to Hon.Dawda Jallow for coming to the aid of his very own people. In the first edition, we thought it was only going to be the first edition. Here comes the second edition, and now we are talking about the commencement of the third edition. 3 successful tournaments, all proudly and officially bankrolled by Hon.Dawda Jallow. Massive tap on his shoulder. Already a player currently down injured for Grand Casia Football Club, who are currently playing from our left to right from our commentary cabin. Kudos to Mr. Asandemba and his powerful delegation of C4 Sports Committee for not only organizing a tournament, but a tournament of this magnitude is indeed commendable. We can also confirm the presence of the former Brikama Sports Committee Chairman Victor Fajata Sambu, who has also joined us at the C4 football field to witness this great and grand Super Cup final. And it is great to know that Mr. Sambu and his team, Power Dynamos, are also part of the team that will be taking part in the third edition of Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored C4 League tournament. And already the score is 0-0. In case you're just joining us from the C4 football field and live on LSTV1, we can also confirm that some other sons of C4 who aren't able to make it to the C4 football field are also watching this game, not only from the C4 football field, but having the opportunity to watch the game live. Yes, live on LSTV1. Ibrahima Suare has been supported by the medical team, and Suare Ibrahima, who is one of the top division players from this community of C4. And it is great to know that C4 is one of the high producing first division and second division players as far as Combo Saudi football is concerned. And C4 could boast of a lot of top division players that have come from this community, and they can also boast of players that have also represented the Gambia in the under 17, under 20, and of course the national level. We have the likes of Abdullah Danso playing in the top division, Omar Tamba currently playing in Sudan, Abdullah Juve in Kenya, Aliu Sen, who is already training with the national under 17. Habibu Mendy played for Brikama United, represent the under 17 and under 20. The likes of Dominic Sambu, who briefly played in South Africa, if my memory could serve me well, and also represented the Gambia. Ibrahim Suare and co are all players that are currently playing in the top division of Gambian football. And of course, bonafide sons and players of C4. And of course, C4 has also won a series of Combo South District football tournament, and in the last edition, they were runners-up after losing in the final. And now it is the Super Cup final of the third edition of Hon.Dawda Jallow. The tournament proudly and officially sponsored by Hon.Dawda Jallow, who is a native of C4. The score is already 0-0. We will definitely talk about the achievement of a coach. Yes, a coach who has already been succeeded by Musa Jaju as the head coach of Depot Football Club, Mr. Mustafa Kamara, who is now the former head coach, a D license holder, the former head coach of Depot Football Club. Started his coaching career in the year of 2013, won 8 trophies, 4 in C4, 4 in Gunjur. We will get you the breakdown of some of the trophies won in Gunjur. Now Ibrahim Suare getting it forward, Ismail Abaji trying to drive it forward, but unfortunately Depot Football Club having his central defenders alert enough to pick the ball forward. And Depot against Grand Casia, it is the repeat of last year's final, where Depot got the better of Grand Casia, defeating them by 2-1. And if our memories could serve us well, Deepo Football Club got their goal courtesy of Ibrahim Kamara and Tairu Sane. And Tairu got the goal from the spot, whilst Ali Hussein got the only goal for Grand Casia from the spot. And now the two sides are meeting. And meeting once again now in the Super Cup final. Ismaila Baji trying to use his pace against his marker. And Ismaila has been brought down. But central referee Ismaila Job had nothing to it. And it's a throw in for Grand Casia, who will be hoping to get a revenge. Grand Casia hoping to get a revenge against their opponents. And their opponents welcome back to the C4 football field. Fantastic strike from Ismaila Baji. That nearly got the goalkeeper unaware. And the deep up stopper, Ali Usise, was forced to an early save. Fantastic strike from Ismaila Baji. And Ismaila Baji has been one of the phenomenal players that C4 could boast of. But due to his work nature, I think his career has been cut short. But he is already back on the pitch in the Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored Super Cup 3rd edition, or the Super Cup. And in the Super Cup of the 3rd edition, and if you may like call it the curtain raiser, strike comes in once again into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Aliu Sise, and Aliu is the shot stopper for Depop under the stewardship of head coach Musa Jaju, who took the leadership role after the resignation of former coach Mustafa Kamara. And Mustafa Kamara has won 4 trophies in C4, 4 trophies in the Gunjur Somanawetan, won the league, won 2 knockout, and of course won 2 Super Cups. And that is a massive achievement for Depop Football Club, a team that hails from C4 in Combo Southwest Coast Region, the Gambia. It is the curtain raiser, if you may like call it the Super Cup of Hon.Dawda Jallow, sponsored C4 League tournament, proudly and officially sponsored by Justice Minister Dawda Jallow, who is already at the C4 football field alongside some high-powered dignitaries, including Professor Pierre Gomez. And now Depop Football Club are having key of their players behind the ball, while Grand Casia hoping to defend this, and the shot stopper for Grand Casia, Ansumana Jaju, is currently working on a wall, a massive and giant wall. And this could be a moment for Depop Football Club to hit the back of the net, as they're currently having 3 players behind the ball. Tairu Sane, who scored one of the goals in the final, is behind the ball for Depop Football Club, now alongside Hon.Dawda, who is also another dead ball specialist, Omar Baji as well. And now it's Hon.Dawda, and now it's a strike, fantastic save by the goalkeeper Ansumana Jaju. We are definitely loving the atmosphere, not only the atmosphere on the pitch, but we are also loving the atmosphere of the pitch. The supporters behind Depop and Grand Casia are already making this final a memorable one. And Hon.Dawda Jallow wouldn't be biting his fingers to say, had I known I wouldn't have sponsored this tournament. He might be proud of himself, coming back to his very own community after seeing the crunch and of course the players that C4 is able to produce. But already it is 0-0. We are definitely sure a goal in this contest will totally change the dynamics as far as this goal is concerned. That seems to be a handball against Ismaila Baji, and Ismaila has been penalized by the central referee, yes, Esa Job, assisted by Aliu Seka, Fabakari Marina and Musa Jata, serving as the 4th assistant referee. From the commentary cabin is Palamin Fati, Mohamed Dukure also at the commentary cabin, and of course he's coming to you live from the C4 football field. And the game is also live, yes, live on LSTV. On LSTV on both Facebook and YouTube. If you can make it to the C4 football field, just a click of the button will surely get you to the C4 football field to watch this crucial showdown
between Grand Casia and Depop. It is the third edition of Hon.Dawda A. Jallow, and now the Grand Casia player has been brought down, and the player in question has been ruled by the central referee against the player. And Grand Casia continue to search and search for the breakthrough. Equally, Depop Football Club, Grand Casia lost in the final in the second edition to Depop Football Club. They wouldn't love to get beaten by Depop once again. And now the final is already interesting. Mbemba around the area trying to maneuver his way out, and that's a foul against Mbemba. And Grand Casia will have every player behind the ball, as Depop Football Club will surely get this ball. Of course, Depop Football Club is one of the most successful clubs in Siffoe, winning a series of trophies in Siffoe and also outside Siffoe, to be specific, in the Gunjur Soma Nawetan. One of the most successful Nawetan teams in the Gunjur Soma Nawetan, won 4 trophies, a league trophy, 2 knockouts, and a Super Cup. Esa Job, the central referee, asking the goalkeeper Aliu Sise to get the ball backwards. Almost every player for Depop Football Club has already moved in their opposition area around the dividing line, but already nothing separating the two. The score remains barren from the Siffoe football field. This is, of course, the famous Siffoe football field where the Super Cup final is coming to you live from, and we can boldly confirm the presence of the main sponsor, Hon.Dawda A. Jallow, Honorable Minister of Justice, who is already with us at the Siffoe football field alongside some other high-powered dignitaries. And we are also believing that we're going to see a lot of high-powered dignitaries to come and watch this crucial and lively Super Cup, which is, of course, proudly and officially bankrolled by Hon.Dawda A. Jallow. On the far end, there is a player currently down injured for Grand Casia, who is starting this game with Ansumana Jaju in goal, Aliu Koli, Buba Sambu, Dawda Sambu, Baba Koli, Ismaila Baji, Mbemba Mane, Ibrahima Suware, Sangmari Sane, Landing Sabali, and Yankuba Koli completing the 11. Depop Football Club under the stewardship of Musa Jaju as head coach, who has already replaced the former head coach. Ibrahima Sanyang is his assistant. Aliu Sise is currently in goal. Another experienced shotstopper who played in the top division of Gambian football for Gambia Armed Forces Football Club. Buba Jaju, Khalifa Jaju, Bubakar Jaju, Khalifa Jaju, Ensa Koli, Abdurrahman Jaju, Osman Sane, Tairu Sane, Modlamin Sane, Abdul Dabo, Aliu Jaju, and Omar Baji completing the 11. And the score is already barren from the Siffoe football field, and the game is coming to you live, not only from the Siffoe football field, but it's also live on LSTV at the cabin Parliament Fati. Mohamed Dukure and the team, and special thanks to Dukure and the team, who is, of course, one of the and who has been a great promoter of grassroots football in Siffoe. And Dukure is already with us, and as he continuously supports the development of grassroots football, not only entertaining on and off the pitch, or not only on the pitch, but is already entertaining off the pitch. And we have to give a commendation to the entire sports committee of Siffoe, who are definitely working tirelessly, not only organizing football tournaments in the senior category, but we have also seen junior competitions, intermediate competitions as well. And we have to give the commendation to the leadership of Hassan Demba and his team. But of course, we have to commend the organizing committee. But we all know, without a vibrant and a good organizing committee, we wouldn't be talking about a vibrant and great sports committee. But already, massive tap on the shoulder of Mr. Hassan Demba and his dynamic sports committee of Siffoe. Ibrahim Suware trying to get a massive strike, but that has been caught short by the central defenders of Depop Football Club. Both sides are currently working off their socks in trying to see if they can get the breakthrough. but already the score remains barring from the C4 football field, entertaining on and off the pitch. The supporters of Depot Football Club are currently behind the team, a massive support base, and equally the supporters of Grand Casia. And of course, this is the beauty of grassroots football, and this is the beauty of community football. And community football in full swing in C4. Ismaila Baji jumps, could not have a decent one, and of course, Sangmari Sane rather. Sangmari Sane has already received the ball once again, and it's now the turn of Ismaila Baji to drive it forward for Grand Casia. Ismaila Baji looking for penetration, trying to maneuver his way, looking for penetration. Side comes in, and already that is an infringement as signaled by central referee Esa Job. Esa Job is currently attending to a Grand Casia player. Is currently attending to a Grand Casia midfielder who is currently down but already back on his feet. Who is currently earlier on attending to the player. And earlier on we were talking about Mohamed Doucouré, and we can confirm that Doucouré is already with us despite being engaged on some preparatory activities before having the final words as far as the live commentary and also the analysis of this game is concerned. He will of course serve as our mouthpiece as far as the development of grassroots football in C4. And of course Mohamed Doucouré is a native of this community. Yes, a community of C4 where we are coming to you live from in the Super Cup, if you may like call it the curtain raiser, in the third edition of the Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored C4 League tournament. Yes, Mohamed Doucouré, we are back again after being here in the first edition. We talked about the first edition being a successful one, second edition being a tournament better than the first edition, and now we are talking about the Super Cup. We are all anticipating that we're going to have a better and a massive third edition of the Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored tournament in C4. Already it is the Super Cup. We are now heading to the commencement of the third edition of the tournament, which is proudly and officially bankrolled by Hon.Dawda Jallow, who is already with us at the C4 football field, witnessing the Super Cup final between Grand Casia, the runners-up, and Depop, the winners of the second edition.
Well, many thanks to you, Palami Fati, a special reporter for LSTD1, one of the Gigante follower. We really watching one of the electrifying finale here after witnessing the first 20 minutes into the first period here, where it's one of the mouth-watering, one of the most talk finale, Super Cup. Yeah, now left also for Kotureza Bundaila football along. Here comes, we are witnessing one of the electrifying Super Cup, one of the scintillating and an amazing super final here, which was sponsored proudly, financed and sponsored by the Justice Minister, the Special Justice Minister, no other person but Honorable Hon.Dawda Jallow, who is a special native of Siforian here. We're really proud of you, Justice Minister. And this way, a party, I shall knowing, let me not trivialize, with acknowledging the presence of our own chairman, Asandemba, despite we have been missing him a lot. And the VP Mani, let me know wing aside to acknowledge the presence of the our Red Cross. And here comes Pat. Before I will come back, I think this encounter, this is going to be one of the mouth-watering. Why I say it's going to be one of mouth-watering? Because if you see at this point, Depop actually snatched the beautiful trophy away from the opponent side 2-1. And today, I believe the opponent team are also not relenting. Grand Casia this year are not relenting. They really work for it. They want to snatch this trophy. And likewise, Depop also want to make another history for themselves. They want to activate. They want to synthesize history for themselves. So, but this is football for you. It is not over only. It's all over. We played 22 minutes into the first period here. Here comes. You can continue with the ball-to-ball commentary. I have to come later.
Thank you very much, a colleague and brother Mohamed Doucouré from the C4 football field, and we can boldly state that the first edition of this tournament was won by Sanchaba United after getting the better of Canada. The game ended in a goalless draw before Sanchaba United advanced on post-match shootout in the Super Cup It was a revenge of Canada over Sanchaba United. And in the second edition, Depop got the better of Grand Casia, defeating the side by 2-1. And now we are in the Super Cup final of the third edition. And the third edition, if you may like, call it the curtain raiser. And the curtain raiser is once again featuring the same teams that played in the final of the second edition. Grand Casia and Depop. Who is going to emerge the winner of the Super Cup now remains in the balance. It's now hanging in the balance. Is it going to be Depop or Grand Casia? Remains the biggest task and ambition coming from both ends. The score remains barren from the Siffoe football field in this high pressing contest from the Siffoe football field. And just as I said, we have already played 23 minutes unofficial, and it is currently Grand Casia Football Club nil, Depop Football Club nil, and the flag of the assistant referee has already gone up against Depop Football Club. And of course, a goal in this contest will totally change the dynamics as far as this game is concerned. Siffoe football field is hosting the great and grand Super Cup final. This is the beauty of community football. And of course, the turnout is indeed massive. Kudos to the Siffoe Sports Committee under the dynamic and able leadership of Mr. Asan Demba. And of course, his vibrant first assistant or first vice president. And it is now a throw in on the far side. And Bemba getting his shot for Grand Casia, trying to maneuver his way. He has been dispossessed by Hon.Dawda for Depop Football Club. And now Grand Casia will work on some defensive duties. Mbadingolu natarako momo bemfejan dron kabonale Siffoe football filoto. Mbafulale Doronko Nyinem Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored tournament ala third edition of la Super Cup final o nyinto kabrin to malamina ning hakilo bakandrong nying tournament o minka sponsor wala min bulo katara mume kono walem Justice Minister Dawda Jallow bari komin be ngalo nyami ngati fa musifo dingolati an sawo sang akana pour ka tournament o nyinnati wala ko football nyoseya pour ka nati sifo dingol damal tema mi yalon ne ko ika nyose yake momin ka tere bamburi nga ko madron wala keda Justice Minister Dawda Jallow akunya follow akeda le dami yalon ko Sanchaba United wala ya gagné kabriye Canada bute kada post match penalties ala Super Cup nata je Canada fana nata Sanchaba United bute kabriye bute Canada nya killing second edition kabra pleta nyin team fulol mi yalon ne ko wala be play kan Super Cup final Depop aning Grand Casia wala bendanum final to Depop Football Club wala gagné ta kabriye kada Grand Casia bute kada danya fula anin killing min fangole golo score Tayru Sane wala folo golo score Depop ye Ibrahima Kamara nata goldo score ye Janning Ali Hussein fanambina golo new score la Grand Casia ye but Grand Casia ila golo nyi manna siano pour kaje ko ka kopo nyi kanye sayente ngi fele benda koteng kabirin kari dantan ko manto sayente ngi benkam dami wolem Super Cup final oti dami yalon ko Depop ni Grand Casia e be benkang jannim fango third edition walla ko akunya sabanjango nyin adabe mutala but komi nga fo nyamen drong team Jamal bije mi yalon ne ko nata ko tenge pour que dabula nyin tono meno kono adabe kono group follow nyin to Depop Football Club Chelsea Canada Football Club anim Blanes wolbota Gunjur satele kono group B Grand Casia Real de Bissau Ja Kingdom anim Orlando wolle be group B group C Sanchaba United All Schools mi yalon ne ko wolle kata damfo ke fosa ye fonyo California Football Club anin Titans Football Club wolle be group C anin group D Sateba United Black Stars Football Club Pio Dynamos anin Holy Trinity akamunta ko nyin tournamento abekela tournament balti Mohamed Dugure komi nga fo nyamin sawo sang sa fo ko timol ka lafale timol ka siale woy men tandi dron wala nyinti ko Molie Jusula anin kanunteya ye wole soto nyin tournamento mi yalon ne fanko Hon.Dawda Jallow mi musifo dingoti awluta janne ate musifo dingolti ay tournamento nati mimmo akunya sabanyawti afangola sate kono do kamala abaki ga fangolle amantara ka ke mo adukure
amon ken nokumate angalilla ya fo iko it cannot be overemphasized oto natala ngoji ni mandiga kawala nim moye kada ko nyinke ala kada ko nyin ada kenolo fende miyango adiamu te banno bare fasa fo Justice Minister bare ninko Justice Minister molam Honorable Dawda Jallow fo nga fring nga to fo molia ya faham atelemo Justice Minister de miyalonko be ala fanna nyina andal do ko nyimbe senior fana bare wato bela sango sang nyinyo se ya Sifo akata kodi bondo ke kanne angale ka fo mi finance wala sponsor kodi bondi football nawe kere ndo akake modi mialango ake kodo bondi Sifo sankilo ayake le fulanya ayake sinya sabanya wala kera nyinanti 2026 nyinang fana a payra proka sifo ngol mako bare akadulal mako le surtout abota dami odo ako mbadenga mo sifo bang jela mo mbul soto jela mo lat milialan ko wolle ntake mbanyami mbi odo ko nyin kama amunta nan kala moli mako min kara sifo de wala yatin nan Dawda la ko mata fana sifo ngol be ga sino koma iga ke molti mialan ko wato be la pa mbele kuma kunto fana e kabel lungo menna mbe drone be kere mole fo malo fo nyina abenano le bang bare mbijele montu maestro bang ngaje wata gili ngaje flyer balang ne nyata ko yelo sposi fo la ko fo kan lumpa na boss sore ka fo pa bare nyanda fo na bo ora nata ko yelo fo ko fo kan na force report atom amantara picho fo bala bare mbije ngamira akada talata ani tema he have to come back ka deliver ala fo la fanna wodo nyanda ka are ko nice nyanda ka are ko men pour ala kare ko be wato be akatara minna ba ne sifo la fubo je janari fana sifo ya ila fayla nyin ka follow fon be sa wala kan ka be nyin ka ne sifo la fubo je barin sai alusen bi mina na ampli jang mina ile mino faje because ngade sifo la fubo is growing from one state to another alusen on the same ninna komandi bi aya sabade ko ada fot nano bare macho aba jibela so it's a beauty of it or sifo ngaka next season fana mo jama mi ko currently ni min bolo babulu mafia Ibrahima awa plegan bombadale mo jama bi ne ko plegan gunjur plegan fannato ni pitoro jam atena fana plegan la do nyako la sembe mallo or Sifo is a home of talent. Sifo is a home of footballing community pa near when it comes to Sifo football mini pa but karandale fana mari nyanda kala mini filo kono bale sai momo e kam minge ende ka damo woldo or momo ni football le mitati or ala kata ali adamo dole bi is ibulo la yasila dole bi se wala badi ni se wala badi la or mutabal pa commentary.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Dukure, and special thanks to the main sponsor of this tournament. And Honorable Dawda Jallow should always know that we are definitely proud of him. We are indeed proud of him. We are definitely proud of him. Of course, I am a native of Nyofele, but of course proud of his accomplishment as far as championing this tournament, being the main sponsor in the first tournament, the second edition, and now we are talking about the third edition. And then we have no doubt that this is going to be a continuity. Undoubtedly, it's going to be a continuity. Of course, we are coming to you live from the Sifo football field in case you're just monitoring situations. And this is coming to you live on LSTV1 as well at the commentary cabin for Lamin Fati. Mohamed Dukure, I'm down behind camera operations. This is coming to you from the Sifo football field, and it is the Super Cup final is in the Honorable Dawda Jallow sponsored Sifo tournament. And that's a foul against Grand Casia. And we can also confirm the presence of the Interior Minister, Abdullah Sane, and also our very own brother Ahmad Jite has also joined us at the Sifo football field. And Jite is of course a neighbor. He is of course a neighbor. And special thanks Mr. Jite for honoring this information and any other dignitary that has also arrived at the Sifo football field to witness this great and grand Super Cup final. This is the curtain raiser, the Super Cup, if you may like call it the curtain raiser, between the winners of the second edition and the runners-up, Grand Casia and Depop. Depop won, defeating Grand Casia 2-1 at this very own venue. Is it going to be a continuity of the supremacy of Depop over Grand Casia, or this time around it's going to be a revenge of Grand Casia over Depop? Now remains to be seen. And now it's a set piece for Grand Casia, and the current player behind the ball is Landing Sabali. Landing Sabali, lifting it forward into the gloves of the experienced Aliou Cisse. Aliou played in the top division for Gambia Armed Forces. And Tairu Sane, one of the goal scorers, another experienced player, Hon.Dawda, switching the play on the right side of the attack for the boys dressed in blue and white. Cross comes in, it's a weak one, and partly caught out by another experienced player, Dawda Sambu. And Dawda has been one of the experienced players for Grand Casia Football Club.
And Grand Casia can now boast of the experience of Sambu and some of their experienced players. And one must ask this question: if Siffoe is able to put up a team of players that are currently playing maybe in the top division, second division, and third division, how is that team going to look like? We are definitely going to see a great team. And I can also confirm that we are currently running a group that is currently having only divisional players in Combo South. And we can also boast of Siffoe giving us a lot of players in the top division and second division, a group that I am personally monitoring. And then that team has also played a series of friendly games. And you could remember we played a friendly game against the Gambian professionals at the Nyamina Mini Stadium in Siffoe. Nyamina Mini Stadium rather in Gunjur. We also played a friendly against Jam City in Jambanjeli. And we also played against the divisional players of Brikama at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. And before the commencement of the league, we will definitely continue to play a lot of friendly games to maintain the physical fitness of our top division players in Combo South. That is a massive stride. We have the players from Siffoe, we have players from Gunjur, we have players from Katong, we have players of Tujere and Tanje, we have players from Jambanjeli, we have players across the length and breadth of Combo South, making up a team of divisional players. Massive stride, but already special focus at the Siffoe football field. And we can also confirm that Siffoe is part and parcel of a zone, Combo Silla zone, that is also preparing to play a final. Yes, that final is also proudly and officially sponsored by another cabinet minister. And the final is, of course, on the 30th of this month. And we are expecting to see a lot of cabinet ministers in that final as well. And we believe we will definitely get a dispatch. We will definitely have a lot of invitation letters to all the cabinet ministers, because we are expecting to see all the cabinet ministers. And the tournament is proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Minister Ibrahim Silla. And that is the Combo Silla, Honorable Ibrahim Silla sponsored tournament final. And the final is coming on the 30th of this month. And of course, special thanks to our president, Mr. Amadou Sow, who is also in attendance as far as this final is concerned. Special thanks to Mr. Amadou Sow. And back to the Siffoe football field. It is now the chance for Depot Football Club to drive it forward through Hon.Dawda, the team captain and one of the experienced players for Depot Football Club. Now the ball has been caught short. Ismail Abaji lifting it forward, trying to connect the run of Sangmari Sane, who is currently leading the line. And we can also confirm that Sangmari Sane played in the KM Regional Third Division final, Regional Third Division for Superstars Football Club, and he was able to guide the team in the semi-final of the Regional Third Division in KM. And is a set piece at a promising angle. Time definitely running out as far as the four-serve is concerned. It is the third edition Super Cup of Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored Siffoe League Tournament, and proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Justice Minister Dawda Jallow. And we can also confirm the presence of the high-powered delegation who have all accompanied the Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow to witness the Super Cup final. And the Super Cup final will undoubtedly get us to the third edition of the tournament, which we said proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Dawda Jallow. And we will definitely get you the list of teams once again. It's a set piece at a promising Fangulisha grounder into the glove of the shot stopper. And the goalkeeper is Jallow Siffoe, another reliable and experienced shot stopper who played in the top division for the Gambia Armed Forces. The Gambia Armed Forces. The central referee will first attend to the goalkeeper before the medical team will come to his rescue. Mohamed Dukure, time in the first period is definitely running out for both sides, as we are currently struggling, or the two sides are currently struggling to hit the back of the net. And we said earlier on, a goal will totally change the dynamics and probably will serve as a wake-up call for a side that is able to concede the first goal from the Siffoe football field. But currently, as we approach towards the end of the first half, the score is still barren between Grand Casia and Depop Football Club. Probably Depop might hope to get their superiority over Grand Casia, whilst Grand Casia will hope to get a revenge over a side that they lost to in the second edition final of Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow sponsored tournament in Siffoe.
Many thanks to you, Palani Fatih, the able boss, the Mento. It's like any moment from now, the first encounter here is getting aging here. We left unofficially, we left 2 minutes to go before the second period begin here unofficially according to our own timing. Palani Fatih, after witnessing the, it's like that actually brings us the end of the first period here. It was a barrier draw. This is a barrier draw from the first period. So we have seen they both played a spectacular here, and they're hoping to see how well they can. That's the beauty of having a short break. They will now go and have a short break, and they will talk within themselves. They will regroup, or they will rearrange themselves to see some of their lapses or some of the hurdles they encounter in the first period. So in the second period, we will be able to see that one side has to produce a winner here. It's a mandamos. Either whether it's going to be Grand Casia or Depop, but it's a mandamos that one side has to produce a winner. Let me know when aside Palani Fatih with acknowledging my own camera operator. There no other person but Fat B Dabo of Hilltop, and also working of Dux Media that actually I cannot win, or let me not trivialize without acknowledging her presence here. Abarakabake Palami Fatih.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Dukure. And it is half-time, yes, half-time from the Siffoe football field. It is half-time between Grand Casia and Depop Football Club. And of course, we're going to have a brief word of the commentary. We'll be back in the next 15 for the continuation of the broadcast. But komika mola kilo bulandi dron ka fale ko hansa imbale Siffoe football filoleto dami alon ne ko half time o nyim fela sita kabrin to malami na Depop manfenso do follow Grand Casia fana manfenso do barka mola kilo bulandi ko nyinam cotin reza wala super copti mi alon ne ko dron janning third edition of Honorable Dawda Jallow sponsored Siffoe tournament adabe mutala dron cotin reza mbe wole jekan bari komi nimbe akilo mambo Honorable Minister ñino signa sabanyawti abina pour kana afangola molla fasaroto kabrim to malamin na first edition on sponsor, second edition on sponsor. Sainteng we are talking about the third edition. Oto kamala Siffoe football filo nga fans je fundita ni sembola pour kana kabambula timo nyin kono oto kamala drong kal hakilo bulandi ko drong half time ole sita mo man fenso do follow Depop man fenso do Grand Casia man fenso do bar komi kal hakilo bulandi drong Depop sainte min be coach kan wala ko mimmo la coach wala Musa Jajuti kabringa seita mono do min kada Mustafa Kamarati mi yalon ko ata mammenum bagay palaso nyin sende kabring wato nyin deta bulu bake ba Mustafa keta moti mi yalon ko ay kata ku jamake Depop football club ye kabring to mala minna ala ko jingin damuta 2013 sangoñin kono min tata fo trophy walla kopu sey ay o gagnele ay nani win Siffoe jang ay nani win Gunjur anda keta modi fana mi yalon ne ko ay Siffoe coach in the district tournament first edition ay Siffoe samba quarter final second edition aketa modi mi yalon ne ko ay Siffoe samba fo final to dami yalon ne ko a fota kabrin to malami na jamburi ya bute final do kamala Mustafa mu molti mi yalon ne ko Siffoe dingo nyim beñante content la karola le bar Siffoe amanke Mustafa damati nga ko jamal so jam mi yalon ne ko di lansinol bebul andu mu molti mi yalon ne ko ibe coaching ke kan fanna jamal do kamala Siffoe ko nyanta they should be proud of themselves bari jannim fanam bita kamol hakilo bulandi fanan ko Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow bam fe janne adam mati jang cabinet minister Jamal bi jam mi yalon ne ko be nata kam ma be afe pour kaje ko kanyil lungo nyinta ka kirimandi oto kamala momo nata kam ma ba fe jan drong mba fulal mu be ko drong al nimbar ala barka bake wadi sudun drong be muruna ne pour kaje ko ka commentary nyin kontane oto kamala albe game
Jibe can live from the Siffoe football field. But also, Momo Mantara no Siffoe football field is a game on Jibe no live on LSTV on either ila Facebook handle or YouTube Purkajeko. It's a game on Jibe no komi Sifon Kolba Jibe Kanyame Rol Kamara Drong Al Nalbadi Malem Parlamin Fadi Mohamed Dukure Amin Daw and the team. Until then, do join us in the next 15 for the continuation.
DJ, your national anthem also, right? Yeah, just get us the national anthem.
Okay.
Just be on standby. If you are set, just let me know. Hey. Welcome back to the Siffoe football field, and any moment from now we will have the commencement of the second half. But before the second half, we will have the national anthem. The national anthem will surely get us to the match formalities. DJ, are you set? Yes, give us the national anthem. The national anthem first. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, DJ. And that the national anthem will now get us to the official kickoff, and we can also confirm the lineup of the dignitaries and of course the main sponsor, Hon.Dawda Jallow, who has been accompanied to the Siffoe football field with some other cabinet officials. And we can confirm the presence of Honorable Interior Minister Abdullahi Sanyang. We can also confirm the presence of Honorable Per Gomez. We can also confirm the presence of Honorable Ahmad Jite. And of course, other officials at the Siffoe football field. The former Brikama Sports President, Victor Fajata Sambo, who is of course a native of this community. The President of Kombosilla Zone, Mr. Amadou Sow, is already with us. And Mr. Asan Demba, the Chairman of Siffoe Sports Committee. We can also confirm the presence of Honorable Bubakar M. Kante, who is the Ward Councillor for Katong Ward. And those are the handshakes between the officials and the players. First, depot players to the match officials, then to Grand Casia. And you could see the handshakes, smiles, and hugs all coming to you live from the Siffoe football field. And it is all coming to you live from the Siffoe football field, and you could see the smiles, the hugs, and of course in appreciation of what Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow has already provided for the people of Siffoe. And this is the curtain raiser of the third edition of Honorable Dawda Jallow sponsored Siffoe League tournament. And the tournament is already already sponsored by Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow. And Honorable Minister is accompanied by some other cabinet officials. Ahmad Jite is already with us in Siffoe. Honorable Per Gomez, Honorable Abdullahi Sanyang, Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow, Amadou Sow, the Chairman of Kombosilla Zone, Victor Fajata Sambo, the native of Siffoe. And already after the handshakes, hugs and smiles, we are now heading to the official kickoff. And the official kickoff will be taken by Honorable Minister. Probably he will delegate that to Honorable Minister Professor Per Gomez. But already, they are already lined up at the Siffoe football field.
That is Honorable Per Gomez to take the official kickoff. And that is the official kickoff taken by Professor Per Gomez. And the official kickoff will now take us back to the proceedings as far as this game is concerned. It is the Super Cup, if you may like call it the curtain raiser. And it is the second and final half. Yes, the second and final half between Grand Casia and Depot Football Club. Welcome back to the Siffoe football field for the continuation of the live commentary, and you are reminded that we are coming to you live from the Siffoe football field and live on LSTV at the cabin Parliament 40. Mohammed Dukure, and behind camera operations is Hon.Dawda, and already it is the second and final half between last year's winners Depot Football Club and Grand Casia. And Grand Casia now playing from our right to left from our commentary cabin, whilst Depot kicks from our left to right, and Grand Casia trying to unlock the solid defense of a side that they lost to in the second edition of Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored Siffoe League tournament. And now cross comes in, partly dealt with by Depot Football Club, and Depot will now use the moment to drive it forward. And the player in question, Baba Koli for Omar Baji, rather, I beg your pardon. It's Omar Baji for Depot Football Club. On the far end is Grand Casia, who are trying to move the ball from their own half. Currently having it over against Tyru Sane. Tyru scored one of the goals to one of the youngsters, Modlamin Sane. Tyru once again trying to maneuver his way, calling in for a foul. Central referee Issa Joop has already given that. And Grand Casia will now have the chance to deliver the ball in their half, having key of their players in their half. And you are reminded that this is coming to you live from the Siffoe football field, and the game is live on LSTV at the cabin Parliament 40. Mohammed Dukure, Hon.Dawda behind camera operations. Grand Casia under the guidance of Fabakari Keita as head coach, assisted by Osman Baji, whilst Musa Jaju and Ibrahim Asanyang on the technical dugout for Depop. Aliou Cisse in goal for Depop. Bubakar Jaju, Khalifa Jaju, Ensa Koli, Abdurrahman Jame, Osman Sane, Tyru Sane, who scored one of the goals in the 2-1 victory over Grand Casia in the second edition of Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow Siffoe League tournament. Modlamin Sane, Abdul Dabo, Aliou Jaju and Omar Baji complete the 11 for the boys dressed in blue and white shorts, blue shorts and blue and white socks. Now playing from our left to right from our commentary cabin, whilst Grand Casia under Fabakari Keita and Osman Baji, and Sumana Jaju in goal, Aliou Koli, Buba Sambu, Dawda Sambu, Baba Koli, Ismaila Baji, Mbemba Mane, Ibrahim Suare, Sangmari Sane, Landing Sabali and Yusufa Koli complete the 11. The score is already 0-0. In case you're just monitoring situations, this is coming to live from the Siffoe football field, and it is live on LSTV1. Entertaining and lively, not only on the pitch but already entertaining on and off the pitch. The supporters of Grand Casia and the supporters of Depot Football Club are definitely loving the atmosphere from the Siffoe football field. And of course, the main sponsor of the tournament, Honorable Minister Dawda A. Jallow, is with us, alongside some other cabinet ministers. And before the commencement of the second half, we have witnessed the official kickoff, which was of course taken by Honorable Minister Per Gomez. And now it is the second and final half. Grand Casia relying on Ibrahima Suware. Suware Ibrahima behind the ball, floats that ball fantastically, dealt with. Another opportunity, strikes over the crossbar from Mbemba Mane. Mbemba Mane for Grand Casia. There must be a winner in regulation or post-match shootout to decide the winner. Are we going to see a goal in the second half, or post-match shootout will decide the winner between Grand Casia and Depop? And it is the curtain raiser of the third edition of the tournament, proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Minister Dawda A. Jallow. And the third edition in Group A, we have a Depop Football Club, Chelsea FC, Canada Football Club, Blanes Football Club, Group B, Grand Casia FC, Real de Bissau, Jack Kingdom Football Club, and Orlando Football Club. Group C, Sanchaba United, Old Schools Football Club, California Football Club, Titans FC in Group D. We have Sateba United, Black Stars Football Club, Power Dynamos, and Holy Trinity Football Club. And these are the teams that will be battling it out. Yes, battling it out in the third edition of the Thank you very much, and back to the live commentary. And Sang Marisane will drive it forward for Grand Casia. Grand Casia having more of its players around the area, trying to maneuver their way out. The arrival of Mbemba Mane, who narrowly missed possession, and ball being picked up by the Pro Football Club through Lamin Sane. Now Abdu, one of the experienced players. Grand Casia again, Ismaila Baji, another tricky and pacey player. Ismaila has been out-muscled and regained possession around the edge of the 18, looking for penetration. Strike comes in, another attempt for Grand Casia, and Tairu Sane arriving, getting the ball short. And now Depot Football Club will try to maneuver his way. And now center referee had nothing to it. Ismaila Baji once again. Abdu, Grand Casia, Mbemba Mane around the center circle. Grand Casia trying to unlock the solid defense of their oppositions. Sang Marisane, who is one of the offensive players. Mbemba Mane arriving, trying to dribble past his opposition, trying to reconnect the run of the advancing player. Depop FC once again, but not for too long. Grand Casia will rely on the holding midfielder, Baba Koli, and Baba back to Sambu. And Grand Casia holding possession here, trying to enjoy possession. And last year's runners-up will hope to get something in this contest, using the right side of their target, trying to penetrate here. Finally, the central defender Khalifa Jajo heading it down, but central referee and the official still having the flag of the assistant referee down, as Depot Football Club tries to keep the ball in their half. And Baba once again, Baba Koli for Grand Casia Football Club. And there is a player for Grand Casia already down injured. And this is, of course, a massive turnout coming from the people of Siffoe, who are definitely loving football in their own community. From the democracy end to every section of the Siffoe football field is almost jam-packed. Any moment from now, we might be seeing The first substitution coming from Depot Football Club as the team is currently preparing for the first substitution. But currently Grand Casia. That wouldn't count and wouldn't trouble the goalkeeper either. Depot Football Club will have Aliou Cisse to deliver, one of the experienced shortstoppers who has represented Siffoe at community level and also at district level. And now Depot Football Club Hon.Dawda has been rewarded by central referee Esa Job, having the assistance of Aliou Seka, Fabakari Marina and Musa Jata as the fourth assistant referee from the Siffoe football field in this entertaining and lively showdown. Who is going to win it now remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be either Depot Football Club or Grand Casia to be crowned champions of the third edition of the Super Cup of Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsored tournament. But now they have to settle it in regulation or Postma doing its job. Depot Football Club nil, Grand Casia Football Club nil. And Depot Football Club, one of the most successful football clubs in the community of Siffoe, against the Grand Casia side, who is of course one of the longest teams. And Grand Casia Depot will now benefit from a corner. Omar Baji will take this. Another fantastic experienced player for the side. He played for the team in the Gunjur Shoma Nawetan, in the Siffoe Nawetan as well. And still one of the driving elements of this team, cross comes in. Fantastically headed out by Grand Casia. And once again it's going to be a corner. A successive corner for Depot Football Club. Mohamed Dukure, both sides picking it from where they left it in the first half. And Grand Casia will have almost key of its players to defend this, whilst Depot Football Club still bugging Omar Baji to deliver the corner. Baji Omar, we will definitely hand the mic to Mohamed Dukure after the execution of this corner. Partly pointed away by the goalkeeper. Danger not averted. Depot Football Club, that was definitely very close, but could not trouble the goalkeeper and Sumana Jaju either. Mohamed Dukure, both sides picking it from where they left it out in the first period, but still neither of the sides could hit the back of the net as the score remains barren between last year's winners Depot and Grand Casia, the runners-up.
Well, many thanks to you, boss Palan Fati. Yeah, it's like after witnessing the first encounter, the first period here between the two stalwart team, between Depot United and Grand Casia here at the Theatre of Entertainment, Siffoe Mini Stadium. Yeah, now we witness the second period, 5-6 minutes played here into the second period here, and certainly we haven't seen either side scoring a goal here, but it is a mandamus. One team has to produce a winner. Whether it's going to be the same Depot, are we seeing the same Depot snatching the trophy, or are we seeing this time the Depot relenting to hand over the trophy to Grand Casia? The here of Theatre of Entertainment will be able to which side will be able to lift the trophy. We have seen the last leg trophy, the second edition that was sponsored by the Justice Minister, Honorable Hon.Dawda Jallow sponsoredly. It was snatched by the Depot side. That was 2-1. We have seen, but today we haven't seen either side scoring here at the moment. This time, whether it's going to be Grand Casia or Depot, one side have to lift this trophy. The Champion League trophy is here for you. This time, Aliou now we try to connect marker this way, that way now. He launching that. This is Mola now. It's a wasted one. This is Mola for you. Mola again. Back to Abu Dabo. Dabo now. He launched that. It's a wasted. Smaila body tennis. This is Ibrahim Mafia now. He connect that. It's a fine connection. This way when I tell West marker, oh my God. This way when he now looking for an option. He trying to connect and back to Ibrahim Mafia. Sumaila to Ibrahim to Sumaila. It's a wasted one. Palanu Fati, you can continue with, and it's an easy time for the netminder. This is our for you and Sumana Jaju, one of the fine netminder. And this is Ibrahim Mafia now. He launched that to his marker. This way, that way now. It's a wasted one for Deep Up. Deep Up now. This is we actually want to see Ali Hussein playing here Viper, but Ali Hussein cannot make it. It's a national asset. Ali Hussein this is my body now. The center referee is actually, he have to monopolize that. It's a free kick here for Grand Casia against the Deep Up side. The boss Parliament Party. You can continue.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Dukure. And already is a set piece at a promising angle for Grand Casia Football Club, and he made mention of Ali Hussein. We were here in the last final, and Ali was on the score sheet in the second edition of Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow sponsor tournament, and Ali missed out due to national engagement, and Ali Hussein is currently training with the national under 17, and we are wishing him the very best of luck. And now Grand Casia will have reliable dead ball specialist who are currently behind the ball. Member Mane Ismaila Baji. And we can confirm the other player, but we can confirm that we currently have the 3 players behind the ball. Who is taking this for Grand Casia now remains to be seen. But already Deep Up have already assembled a giant wall, possibly trying to protect this goal from Grand Casia Football Club. A revenge or a continuation for Deep Up Football Club. Now Ibrahim Suware, Ismaila Baji are the 2 players currently behind the ball. Who is taking this? Ismaila Baji could not trouble the goalkeeper Ali Hussein either. And the supporters of Grand Casia at some point thought that was going to hit the back of the net, but unfortunately sailed off target. Ali Hussein urging every player. And already is a delivery for Ali Hussein, currently in goal for Deep Up Football Club and Grand Casia. Baba Koli to Dawda Sambu. And is an opportunity, Buba Samburada. And is an opportunity for Deep Up Football Club to now drive it forward. And Deep Up already having a player being brought down, Osman Sane. And Osman has been rewarded by central referee Esa Job. And any moment from now, we're going to have another substitution. Probably the first substitution coming in for Deep Up Football Club. And Deep Up will introduce a fresh leg and will let go of a tired leg. Now the score remains 0-0. From a sunny afternoon from the Siffoe football field. You get to the Box Bar Mini Stadium, they will be talking to you about numbers. They will tell you the Box Bar Mini Stadium is almost full to its capacity. But the people of Siffoe can also boast of the attendance at the Siffoe football field in this courting razor. This is just the beginning of the tournament. And we have already recorded a massive turnout in the Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow sponsored Siffoe tournament. And it's a substitution for Deep Up Football Club. And Aliu Jaju is making way. Aliu Jaju is making way for Deep Up Football Club. It's a substitution for Deep Up Football Club. Aliu Jaju has already made way. A tired leg off, a fresh leg on. Deep Up nil, Grand Casia nil is still this current score. And now both sides. And Ibrahim Sane has been introduced by Musa Jaju, the head coach of Deep Up Football Club. And Deep Up, this is his first involvement, trying to maneuver his way. And he has been brought down, but central referee had nothing to it. Ibrahim Suware around the center of the pitch. Ibrahim has been dispossessed, and Deep Up will surely drive it forward. But now will start the play from their own half through one of the central defenders, Bubakar Jaju. And Deep Up to one of the
attacking players Omar Bache and Omar brought down. Omar, this time not Omar being brought down, but Depop having a player brought down, and now the Bombarda midfielder Tumbemba Mane for Grand Casia. Grand Casia Sang Marisane, who is currently leading the line for Grand Casia. Grand Casia cross comes in into the gloves of the shortstopper Aliou Cisse. No problem or problems for the shortstopper Aliou. Of course, the experienced Aliou Cisse, who is currently in goal for Depop Football Club, and in the opposite goal post is Ansumana Jajo. And Sumana is another reliable and experienced shortstopper in goal for Grand Casia Football Club. And Grand Casia started this game with Ansumana Jajo in goal. Aliou Koli, Buba Sambu, Dawda Sambu, Buba Koli, Ismaila Baji, Mbemba Mane, Ibrahima Suare, Sangmari Sane, Landing Sabali, and Yankuba Koli completes the 11 for last year's runners-up, or the runners-up, the second edition of Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow sponsored Siffoe League tournament. And Depop under Musa Jajo and Ibrahima Sanyang. Depop started with Aliou Cisse in goal, Buba Jajo, Khalifa Jaju, Ensa Koli, Abdurrahman Jame, Usman Sane, Tairu Sane, Modlamin Sane, Abdou Dabo, Aliou Jaju, and Omar Baji completing the 11. And of course, it has been a keenly contested first half, and now into the second and final half of this showdown. Who is winning it? The supporters of Depop will hope to get this trophy back to Depop Football Club, whilst Grand Casia will hope the trophy to get to Grand Casia to, of course, have a trophy in their trophy cabin ahead of the commencement of the third edition of Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow sponsored the Siffoe League tournament. Massive turnout. Cross comes in, and that's a delivery. Wouldn't trouble the goalkeeper. As a footballer, I hate matches heading to post-match shootout, but probably as a match commentator, I enjoy post-match shootouts. I will definitely love this game to get to post-match shootout, but that will only be determined by both sides not failing to hit the back of the net. And the score remains Grand Casia nil, Depop Football Club nil from the Siffoe football field. And the game is also live on LSTV at the cabin. Parliament Fati, Mohamed Dukure and Amin Dao behind camera operations. And fantastic strike coming from Abdou Dabo that would have caught the goalkeeper unaware. But unfortunately for Depop Football Club, that never troubled the custodian. And Sumana Jaju in goal for Grand Casia Football Club. Mohamed Dukure, time running out as far as the game is concerned. Coming back for Kanyamendra, Kamunda ko second half on Yimfela Kumasta. Wato Nyimbita Kang Hansa Intendrong. Man team Jemiyalo neko wale goal on score. But Nkamin for nung kabiring game on started wrong. Team ye goal on score jang. Akamunta ko abenyin gela Ismaila Baji. That was in the very best of control from Ismaila Baji. And the goalkeeper Aliou Cisse allowed enough to gather that ball fantastically. That would have been the breakthrough, but unfortunately, Ismaila Baji failed to capitalize, and the shortstopper Ismaila Cisse ngaje kodronga bolo nyimuta and signing akamunta scoring nil from the Siffoe football field.
Well, Abaraka Bake, we have to dynamize the low weight now. Ngatanim Paula Kawanyina, or Kamwara Nala Kilobaka, Sumaila Baji, Sango Flat Tambita, Atelekera Motimiarango, I talked to Gunjuro, I do not be that to Yelling, coming to Momina Soto phone you call. Itanala Sumaila Baji, I mean, dynasty, or Nala Sifola by Jibe, finally Ba, Super Cup, Nadia Talia for a Bundaila footballer, Byron B. Naboraje, so on Bajela. Ada tendena Siffoe la bayeto angale ka fo do sa fo ministerium oto ko nyin kama bi second period ngamen play sign akamda montoro a meto second period miltan ni lule ngankodi wala sign oto unofficially by the rapport in alliance man itolle wo senene itolle wo faham bake ndol akondo a on time ni kura menega kelendo. Alright, ora ñun tembo ñun na parendro ñimbe kere miyalango miyal ja kingdom ñing ide do ñam bajela killing wolle be trophée ñi sambala fo ja fo Grand Casia le ba sambala ba wala fo Depop le ba sambala abe seniala bayri say ngam montoro mimple mi taworo anim pemple sainte oro tim jumale be trophée sambala afela adi adonyola. Oh my god, it's a wasted one from the Depop football team. akamda o ko nyin kama nabos wala pengo de miyalan ko nyin tembo nyin ngaje match ko lemba al plega bara at the end of the mbaje clean ba sambala wala grand Casia nin tipo mbaje clean akana nyaaw nya clean ba sambala nata grand Casia ya samba aba balance la ba nata tipo ya samba fana aba kala pende miyalan ko tipo de odo ela no julo aba tala fanala miyalan ko wala grand Casia nyin tembo nyin many thanks to you.
Thank you very much, Mohamed Dukure. Thank you very much, Mohamed Dukure. In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that this is coming to you live from the Siffoe football field, and the game is already live on LSTV. At the cabin is Parlament Fati, Mohamed Dukure and Amin Dao behind camera operations. The score is already 0-0. Ismaila Baji for Grand Casia. Ismaila miscontrolled that, and Ibrahim Suare arriving. Ismaila Baji once again. Miscommunication between Ismaila and Ibrahim Suare. Tairu Sane picking it for Depop Football Club. And Depop will slowly send the ball back to the central defenders. Will slowly start the play from their own half. Trying to start it through Ensa Koli. Ensa Koli for Depop Football Club. Now Grand Casia, who is going to win this contest, now remains to be seen. Grand Casia picking possession in their opposition's half. Ibrahim Suare, not the best of pass, trying to regain possession once more. Ibrahim Suare driving forward. Could that be a moment? Calling in for a handball. And central referee Esa Job, just in time, has already handed opportunity. Esa Job has already handed opportunity. An opportunity to Depop Football Club, who are currently playing from our left to right, from our commentary cabin. It is still goalless from the Siffoe football field, and thank you very much, Abdullah Juve. Great to know that you're watching this game live from Kenya on LSTV1. Special thanks to all those currently monitoring this game live on LSTV1. The score is already 0-0 from the Siffoe football field, and it is live on LSTV. We are definitely loving the atmosphere from the Siffoe football field. The supporters of Depop and Grand Casia are definitely making this final a memorable one. Into the gloves of the shotstopper Ansumana Jaju. Probably if Grand Casia could not get it in regulation, they could probably love this game to get to post-match shootouts, where they will rely on Ansumana Jaju to do the job. And Sangmari Sane will surely drive it forward for Grand Casia. Cross comes in, partly dealt with. Opportunity in Bemba Mane. Fantastic defending coming from Depop Football Club. This is indeed a lively and entertaining. Tairu Sane to the newly introduced player, calling in for a foul. And that's a foul as signaled by central referee Esa Joop. Esa is the central referee, having the assistance of Aliu Seka, Bakari Mane Marena, and Musa Jata serving as the fourth assistant referee. And the game is temporarily stopped as a player for Depop Football Club is currently receiving attention, whilst the central referee has already called on the medical team to the rescue of the player. In case you're just joining us, this is of course coming to you live from the Siffoe football field, and the game is live on LSTV at the cabin. Parlament Fati, Mohamed Dukure, Amin Dao behind camera operations. The game is temporarily stopped as the medical team is currently giving attention. Ibrahim Suare has been taken off. Ibrahim Suare has been taken off and already replaced. But already it is still a goalless scoreline from the Siffoe football field. And now it is a set piece. And set piece long and high. And that's miscommunication that nearly got Grand Casia to concede the first goal. Miscommunication between the goalkeeper and Sumana Jaju and his central defenders. It's a corner for Depop after the miscommunication between the players. And now Depop Football Club will have the chance to deliver. Omar Baji behind the ball. Baji with a swift one. It's a delivery. Fantastic header. Ismail Baji will slowly drive it forward to the latest entrant. This time it is Grand Casia who will slowly look for penetration. Can they use the moment to get something in this? Fantastic defending, and Ismail Baji will still chase the goalkeeper, trying to get something out of that, and that's a goal kick. And a furious technical bench of Grand Casia Football Club, as they believe that should have been a foul instead of a goal kick. But already the goalkeeper, Aliou Cisse, was very lucky. Aliou Cisse is indeed lucky. Aliou Cisse is indeed lucky. And already is a delivery. Mbemba Mane. Omar Baji. Baji Omar trying to keep possession for Depot Football Club, and he has been rewarded by central referee Asa Job. And Omar Baji once again, but not a cool one, as Baba picks it for Grand Casia. Sangmari Sane, who is one of the offensive players, putting so a little bit of pressure on his opponent. And finally it's going to be a throw in for Grand Casia on the far side. And Grand Casia trying to get something done here. That's a foul throw. That is a foul throw. It's a foul throw, and Depot Football Club will benefit from that. Tairu Sane to the left-sided wing back. Sangmari Sane recovered swiftly. Mbemba Mane trying to put some pressure. Depot getting it around the center to the team captain Abdul Dabo. Ensa Koli. Ensa dispossessed. We are coming to you live from the Siffoe football field. Sangmari Sane having a lot of physique and pacey up front. Sangmari Sane for Grand Casia to Ismaila Baji, fondly called Dennis in Siffoe. Baji Ismaila trying to reconnect the run of the player Mbemba Mane on the far side. And Mbemba will try to recover that. And already is a throw in a signal by the assistant referee Fabakari Marena. Marena Fabakari is one of the assistants alongside Aliou Seka. Esa Job, the central referee. Musa Jata serving as the fourth assistant referee. It is the third edition curtain raiser of the Honorable Minister Dawda Jallow sponsor tournament in Siffoe. Grand Casia nil, Depot Football Club nil is still the current score. Baba Kuli, currently on dreadlocks, one of the eye-catching midfielders. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down, calling in for this time opportunity. Grand Casia and Depop had the glorious opportunity. They were calling in for an offside, but the assistant referee waved for a play on. The assistant referee waved for a play on. Grand Casia were only hoping for the assistant referee to wave the flag, but unfortunately he never did, and that would have been a costly error from the central defenders of Grand Casia. But the score remains barren in case you're just joining us. Deep into the second period, Grand Casia nil, Depop Football Club nil. It's a long one. Buba Sambu. Buba Sambu is one of the experienced, if not the most experienced player, fondly called Mike in Siffoe. And he played in a series of district tournaments, and we even played alongside. And the goalkeeper, Ansumana Jajo, to the rescue of his side. Time running out for both sides, as both sides are still walking off their socks and trying to get the breakthrough. Depop nil, Grand Casia nil. The goalkeeper is currently down, and the goalkeeper Ansumana Jaju is a reliable penalty saver. Is he working on that? Anyway, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. We just have to wait what's going to be the outcome of that. But already the game is temporarily stopped from the Siffoe football field, as the score remains barren between Depop Football Club and Grand Casia. The supporters of Depop are enjoying themselves. Equally, the supporters of Grand Casia. Both supporters are definitely loving it. The goalkeeper is already back, and the game is back to life. The game is up and running from the Siffoe football field. Aliou Cisse, the shot stopper, in goal for Depop Football Club, and now around the center. And Depop and Grand Casia, if there is no goal, this final could be settled on penalties. Tairu Sane to Omar Baji. The flag of the assistant referee is up against Omar. Pacey and fantastic player Omar Baji. Omar Baji playing on one of the wings for Depop. I think Grand Casia is indeed very much wary. They are very much aware with the threat that Omar could post. Omar Baji 2. Depop Football Club nil. It's a tussle around the area between Bemba Mane and one of the players for Depop Football Club. There must be a winner in regulation, or post-match shootout will decide it. Depop nil, Grand Casia nil. The score remains barren from the Siffoe football field, and currently The central referee, Esa Job, is currently coming towards the fourth assistant referee. I think he has already picked something on the pitch, and he has already handed that to the fourth assistant referee. We are edging and edging closer to the stoppage period, as we have already played 77 minutes unofficial, and it is going to be 40 minutes of first half and 40 minutes of second period in the coating race at San Marisane to Ismaila Baji, Grand Casia. Ismaila Baji to Mbemba Mane. Mbemba trying to get that back heel, and that is the end of the game. It is full time and full time from the Siffoe football field. Full time between Grand Casia and P-Pop. And now, yes, now and now, it's going to be post-match shootout to decide the winner. It has just ended. P-Pop nil, Grand Casia nil. Who is going to win it now is going to be decided on post-match shootout. It's going to be decided on post-match shootout. Who is winning it remains to be seen.
Hey, hey.
Asan penalty de nyine ka ko yellinde kama fuje ta fuje sigo fari ni da da man nasko o kadu kamuru nam bol ko maru ala pa ban ko na do o di amu ka de ko bona ko ni ne mun ko ka ki dawal ka mo ki mo ala ti mo ni wa yu bero problemo ganan.
It's now post-match shootouts, and we are now going to focus on the penalties. I think we will struggle with some of their numbers because Grand Casia doesn't have visible numbers. Jallow Siffoe is stepping up in the forced penalty for Grand Casia, and he's currently facing Jallow Siffoe in goal. Jallow Siffoe 8 for Grand Casia. It is post-match shootout to decide the Super Cup final. Proudly and officially bankrolled by Honorable Minister Dawda A. Jallow. Experienced Jallow Siffoe against Jallow Siffoe. Jallow Siffoe! A beauty of a penalty. And Grand Casia 1-0 up on penalties. And now Omar Baji will take the first penalty for Depop Football Club. He is one of the experienced players for Depop Football Club. Represented the club in the Gunjur Somanawetan in Siffoe and also some other areas. And the team will rely on his experience, but also facing a reliable penalty saver. And Sumana Jaju. And Sumana Jaju will face Omar Baji. Baji Omar 2 for Depop Football Club against Ansumana in goal. Omar Baji, hands on hip. Ansumana Jaju, a reliable penalty saver. And the team Grand Casia will rely on their shot stopper. And this time around, the goalkeeper gets right, but could not pull a save. It is 1-1 on penalties. And now it is the turn of Grand Casia to deliver the second penalty. Ismaila Baji will have his turn. Ismaila Baji will take the second penalty for Grand Casia on Depop. And Depop will have Jallow Siffoe in goal. And it is already lively and entertaining from the Siffoe football field. Both sides could not hit the back of the net in regulation, forcing the game to post-match shootout. And you could remember in the second edition final, it ended 2-1 in favor of Depop. And now the turn of Ismaila Baji facing the goalkeeper Jallow Siffoe. Ismaila Baji fondly called Dennis in Siffoe. Ismaila saved by the goalkeeper. And Ismaila is frustrated. Frustration. And after missing the spot kick, Ismaila, out of frustration, blasted the ball into the standing spectators. But anyway, that is a sign of frustration. And currently, Depop Football Club will rely on Abdurrahman Jame. Abdurrahman will take the second penalty. Abdurrahman will take the second penalty. What's of course going to be the outcome? Jallow Siffoe step up, save the penalty from Ismaila Baji. Could this be a moment for Depop Football Club to complete a double over Grand Casia? And now Abdurrahman Jame to take the second penalty for Depop Football Club and will face Ansumana Jaju. Ansumana Jaju, the shot stopper, against Abdurrahman Jame. Abdurrahman saved by the goalkeeper. That is one of the easiest of a save. And Ansumana Jaju saving that. And Ansumana Jaju saved that, bringing post-match shootouts to parity. It is a miss for both sides. Depop missed, Grand Casia missed.
Ismail Abaji missed for Grand Casia. And Abdurrahman Jame also missed for Depop. It is poisedly contested in post-match shootout. And now the chance for Grand Casia to take the third penalty through Mbemba Mane. Mbemba Mane is another experienced player. Mane Mbemba against the shot stopper Aliou Cisse. Mbemba hands on hip. A comfortable shot stopper Aliou Cisse in goal against Mbemba Mane. Is this Mbemba? Another save by Aliou Cisse. Aliou gets right and saved the second penalty. We are struggling with some of the numbers of Grand Casia. The numbers on the sides are being very visible. And we are now relying on the numbers on the shots. The player can't just believe that. And now it is the turn of one of the experienced players, Hon.Dawda. He has been a reliable set-piece specialist and will now face the shot stopper Ansumana Jajo. Ansumana, the goalkeeper, against another experienced player, Hon.Dawda. Hon.Dawda hands on hip, facing the comfortable Ansumana Jajo in goal for Grand Casia. Hon.Dawda running majestically. Could that be a moment? Ansumana gets right. A sign of relief for Depop Football Club and a sign of disappointment for Grand Casia after Ansumana Jajo failing to pull a save. And now, initially, we reported that it was Mbemba Mane. It is now the turn of Mbemba Mane to take the penalty. And Depop will rely on Aliou Cisse. Aliou Cisse, the shot stopper, currently in goal for Depop Football Club, will face Mbemba Mane, another experienced lad. Mbemba Mane need to score or else Depop might be heading home with the trophy. And if that happens, it's going to be Depop completing a double after defeating Grand Casia in the final of the second edition, and currently holding on a slender advantage on penalties. Mbemba Mane hands on hip against the goalkeeper Aliou Cisse. Aliou Cisse, the shot stopper against Mbemba, hands on hip. Mane Mbemba, will he be able to convert? Let's just wait and see what's going to be the outcome here. A grounder. The goalkeeper had a touch, but unfortunately could not pull a save. That was a beauty of a goal coming from Mbemba Mane. And now it is the turn of a youngster, Modlamin Sane, for Depop Football Club. Modlamin Sane, another youngster, probably one of the youngest players for Depop. And this could remind us of Aliou Sen during the second edition final, where we reported that this boy could be one of the biggest assets of Siffoe. And today, just months after that final, Aliou is already a national asset, and he is currently training with the national under-17. And Aliou could have the chance of being part of the national under-20. Anyway, currently Modlamin Sane behind the ball, currently facing Ansumana Jajo in goal for Depop or Grand Casia, I beg your pardon. Modlamin Sane, 10 against Ansumana Jajo. Hands on hip, Sane Modlamin. Very comfortable against the shot stopper Ansumana. Ansumana into the roof of the goalpost, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And Depop Football Club edging closer. Yes, edging and edging closer. One of the youngsters, if not the youngest of players for Depop Football Club. And now, Baba Kuli for Grand Casia. And Aliou Cisse, the goalkeeper, is signaling that it is game over. But whilst talking about the post-match shootouts, we must also talk about the turnout here. The turnout is indeed massive. The people of Brikama will always boast of the turnout at the box bar. And the people of Siffoe can also boast of this turnout in the Coating Razor or the Super Cup, if you may like. Baba Koli 5 against the shot stopper, Aliou Cisse. Baba Koli was a workaholic in the heart of midfield for Grand Casia and will now face the shot stopper, Aliou Cisse, in goal. And Baba Koli, Baba! A beauty of a penalty, fantastically executed. And now Tairu Sane. Is that a score win? We believe so. Tairu Sane scored the first goal in the second edition. Scored the first goal in the second edition. And Grand Casia will rely on the goalkeeper Ansumana Jajo, whilst Depop will rely on Tairu Sane. Tairu scored the first goal in the second edition, or the final of the second edition. Could this be a moment for Tairu to seal the victory for Depop Football Club? The supporters of Depop edging closer. The players, supporters, and all those connected to Depop Football Club. Tairu Sane against Ansumana Jaju. Tairu! What a save! At a point when Depop thought that would have been a victory, Ansumana Jaju step up. Yes, Ansumana Jaju step up and step up beautifully for Grand Casia. And now it is poisely contested. Ansumana Jaju could be the hero for Grand Casia if he is able to hold on, and Grand Casia is able to hold on to this advantage, and it is now forced to lose. That was a score win for Depop Football Club. Just for Tairu to score, and Depop will clinch the trophy. And Ansumana Jaju gets left, right rather, by saving that beautifully. And now it is the turn of Buba Sambu. Buba Sambu will have his turn. Buba Sambu will now have his turn to deliver. Buba Sambu, undoubtedly the most experienced player on the pitch, and will face Aliou Cisse in goal. Aliou Cisse in goal. And now sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And the team rely on his experience and brilliance by executing a fantastic penalty. And now Depop Football Club under pressure, under intense pressure. Depop will be under intense pressure. And their goalkeeper, who at some point was going to be the hero of the game, and now will face his fellow goalkeeper, Ansumana Jaju. Aliou Cisse against Ansumana. Could Ansumana become the hero of the game by saving this penalty? And yes, it's a ground and he misses. And Grand Casia are the knockout champions. Are the Super Cup champions, I beg your pardon. And Grand Casia has secured a revenge on Depop Football Club on post-match shootouts. And celebrations in style. Grand Casia will head home with the giant trophy, clinching the Super Cup of Honorable Minister Dawda A. Jallow. And this is where we're going to draw the curtain and hand over proceedings as far as the presentation is concerned. It has been Parliament 40. Mohamed Dukure Amindao behind camera operations. Until then, we have to say congratulations, Grand Casia. Hard luck to Depop Football Club. You can take care of that. Hello. Hello, one, two, DJ. Yeah, call for them. DJ pause, DJ, thank you. All right, dip up, and dip up. Grand Casia, congratulations, Grand Casia. Grand Casia, please, Anajang. Down the cellar, please, dip up. Musa Jaju, can you please come with your players? Babakari Keita, congratulations once again, please, we need you and your players here. Please, time is against us, players. Grand Casia players, dip up, hard luck, please, we need you here. Hello. Grand Casia, Babakari Keita, we need you and your players. Grand Casia.
Hello. Hello, Grand Casia. Boy, daddy. Ba call it. Boy, look man. Ba for na jambo. Na jambo. Wala jambo, yes. Well, yes, jambo is okay. Deep up. Abu. Wala jambo. I'll be no corner boy. I'm not going to see them. I'm not see them, boy. It's the same. Yeah. This one. Before we do the official presentation, please. Okay, all right.
We'll talk more now. So I'm for ceremonial.
Fans club, can we have silence, please? Alinga tanta all bula follow nga diamu killing fuller, then we go home. Lunta all bet Crawford Blajan, please.
So that normal means so. I normal means so. Me group of create la. Matara admin na fana betara admin. Okay. Na ke fast sensitization
okay. All right, please. Jadinka presentation, okay. Nalunta mbalbi janne. Ba kumasla nimfongola Honorable Dawda A. Jallow. Katandila ko the use of Siffoe are very happy. Cameroon Nankore for the third time to sponsor this year's summer Nawetan. We cannot express how happy and grateful we are. We also, they are part of your delegation, Professor Per Gomez. We thank you so much, Ahmed Jite, my brother. And we also have our able Interior Minister, Abdullah Sanyang. We have our able President Kombosila Zone, Ahmad So. We also have Victor Sambu. We also have our brother, Yusfa Bojang. We also have our former sport chairman, Maulud Koli, Kato Ward Councillor Bubakar M. Kante. We have CEO of Yakar, Adam Ajaju, Sekou Jeng, Director, Ngamobe Kontong, Kontanta Bake, Sifonkol Kontanta Bake, Alkalo Kuala Konton Droftandal. Wokola, yes.